Welcome to Raining Blue and White. I'm your host, Robert. This is the place where we talk about Penn State football and college football in general. Our main goal here is to cut the bull and be like a lean, mean fighting defense and as versatile as pro style offense. Let's get rolling. Okay, today's week 10 picks. My week 10 picks of games of the week and also the spread. Predict the spreads. Okay, there it is. Here we go. First game, double check. Yep. TCU versus Texas Tech. The TCU Horned Frogs versus the Texas Tech Red Raiders. Who's going to win? Is the TCU Horned Frogs going to poison the Red Raiders, or the Red Raiders going to slay them? Slay those Horned Frogs. I say a 3 to 14 point spread for that game. I'm not picking a victor of like normal. Let's get into the next one, which is Florida State Seminoles versus the Pitt Panthers. The Pitt Panthers have been quite interesting this season. They've been up and down most of the year. Then you have, of course, Florida State, number 4, Florida State. The Seminoles. Are the Seminoles going to have Panther for dinner, or are the Panthers going to finally pounce on the Seminoles and knock them out of the top 4 spot? I say a 7 to 24 point spread, depending on how Pitt handles Florida State on that. Now, next game is the number 25 Kansas State versus number 7 Texas, the Longhorns. The Kansas State Wildcats versus the Texas Longhorns. Is the Wildcat going to have some beef, or is the Longhorns going to gore the Wildcat? So it's going to be a 7 to 28 point spread I give for that game. Should be an interesting game. I know my puppy over here, the Longhorn puppy, is going to be definitely wanting Texas to win. That's her pick, of course. Now we head into the next game. Is Penn State Nittany Lions, the Roaring Nittany Lions, versus the Maryland Terrapins. Maryland's been, what I've seen from the Ohio State game, that was not very good. Hopefully Penn State gets their offense running more early in this game. This should be good if they get it going early. And pretty much I give it a 3 to 28 point spread around that range, like I've always done. So this is going to be quite – hopefully Drew, after his first interception last week, hopefully now they'll let the little gunslinger start throwing. Next is number 5 Washington versus number 24 USC. The Trojans versus the Huskies. Is the Huskies going to bite the Trojan hand, or the Trojans are going to stab the Huskies? The Huskies. And I give that a 3 to 28 point spread depending on how USC's defense acts. We've seen it with Oregon. Not pleasant how Oregon was. It was like it kept it close. If USC's defense goes to crap, it could end up being a blowout like the Notre Dame game ended up. And the last one of the regular slate, number 20, UCLA versus Arizona. The Bruins versus the Wildcats. The second Wildcats of the day. I say a 3 to 7 point spread. This could be an interesting one. I think this is going to be a very close game. Just looking at everything to equivalent opponents and everything, this could be very close. That's the reason why it's only 3 to 7 point spread. Now that's over. Now I'll get into my wild cards, which is on this piece of paper. My 2 wild card games. Number 17, Air Force versus Army. I say a 7 to 14 point spread. Usually Army, when it comes down to the military academies, usually they're very close games. If this becomes a blowout, I will be shocked. Then the last one, BYU, the Cougars versus the West Virginia Mountaineers. Is BYU going to be able to get their 3rd victory in Big 12 play? I don't know about that one. 7 or 12 point spread. BYU got their heads thumped in last week against Texas. Pretty heavy-handedly. So, okay, guys. that's all the spreads for this week. The first game is tonight. Let me double check on my phone for the TCU Texas Tech game because that is tonight, Thursday. That game will be at 6 o'clock Central Standard Time, which is 7 o'clock Eastern. Thank God I know how to freaking convert times because I'm living in the East Coast for most of my life. So I'll see you next time. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment in the comment sections on your predictions. And you guys have a nice day. See you next time.